I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
You ate it, Ralph.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
No, Ralph. Oh, you ate it.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Now you're local on the 8s.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Bad, baby. Bad.
Channel 8 at 5:30. Check it out, man. The question you gotta ask yourself is how badly do you want to see the greatest fucking rock and roll show on the fucking earth, right? You're talking a couple of Johnson in the audience. You're talking about fucking Detroit Rock City, brother.
Oh, what I'm gonna do to you. I'm so angry.
We apologize for the profanity, which he also said on our air.
Bunch of guys who make bad music, dress like freaks, and wear more makeup than all my sisters combined? No. These assholes gotta be stopped.
Now starts the IA Music Podcast.
Are we back on? Let's go.
Check, 1, 2, check. Alright, check. Look at life like it's just really real. What's the deal? So surreal that I feel like I'm dreaming. Always screaming on the inside. And you set up where you want. Be comfortable. I'ma tell it till I'm blue in the face. Nowadays the crazy like a stupid.
Check. Okay, I'm starting to hear myself a little better.
Hey, you ready? Yeah, grab him.
Check.
How you sounding over there?
Check.
It's right here.
Right.
This is you right here, yo. You see that? You see this right here? That's your headphones. Whichever one. Grab one.
What channel am I?
You're the second channel.
Okay.
That's to control your levels, how you hear everybody.
Check. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got this right here. How you sounding over there? You ready? Is it on?
Yeah.
Mic check.
Yo,
Mic check. I can only hear it on this side.
Yeah, that's the headphone. Try that one. That's the headphone, because sometimes the headphone. Yeah, you can do that. Either work. Hey, you sit over here too, Tranzfomer. If you want to get up in it.
Yo, mic check.
You can get up in it too if you want. You can get up in it too if you want.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yo.
This is the mic right there.
Nah, yeah, that makes sense to have.
Yeah.
That makes sense to have Trans on it because that's basically his artist.
That's why every Odyssey I come up with, we could have him on.
Check 1.
Yeah. Mic check. Okay. Hey, I'm.
Yeah.
Hey, does anybody have a fucking hit of math in here?
I don't know, but right now I am so jealous of Rudy's tan right now, man. Yeah, dude. I gotta start hitting up that beach, and start working on that.
Just go, just hit me up. Go to my crib and we'll work in my backyard for a couple hours. You'll get it done.
I'll do that, man.
Still working out?
Yeah, I'm as a motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Oh, you meant working out, like pushing weight? Like,
yeah.
Nah. Just I don't skip leg day. I don't skip leg core day, but I only play ball now. I really don't lift.
You know what? That's the thing where I gotta hit you up is on ball, man. I gotta start going out and playing ball.
Ball's fine,
Hell
man.
yeah, man.
Ball's fine.
Like I gotta.
He's already on the show, dude.
Hey,
this is how it starts, dog. Don't let him shut you down, dog.
Exactly.
You keep shining, bro.
Exactly. This is the way you start, and this is the way you fucking
this was
make your shit roll.
Yeah, get it.
If you want to whip out your dick, go ahead, bro.
Nobody's watching anyways.
Yes, sir.
I guess one of them doesn't work. You can use that.
Did those fuck up last time? Or they were fucked up?
Hey, what about your headphones? You don't got any? You got some headphones.
What about your headphones?
I did say it like that. Headphones. I'm trying to be on that suave shit, man. Chill out.
Ray, real quick before we start this, what are you working on right now, personally?
Right now, personally, I'm working on a little LP project where I'm working with a couple of cats that I met. One of the homies, Jacob, is also a producer, dope producer that he hasn't been mixing around. There's another cat called Michael James from LA. He was from San Diego, but now he moved to LA right now. So that's another cat that I'm working with, Michael James. He's a great guitarist. He's also building some producer shit too. So that's another cat that I'm working. And of course, ThirdEye is always a crew with Jay Reezy, Tranzfomer, and of course the one and only Rudy out here, Gray Era. But yeah, those are some other projects that I'm working on. This little LP.
Hello, I can a little louder.
How old are you now, bro?
31 years old. 31.
Hello.
I didn't say my age last time when
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I want to overpower everybody.
I've been doing it for more than 10 years, man. More than 10 years. I mean, when I started getting serious is when I migrated up here to San Diego. When I was 20 years old. I think I wasn't even 21 yet. I was running, skateboarding. Had my skateboard. I was just going all over downtown. Fucking looking for connects, man.
Just another rainy night, walking through the gas lamp, scrolling through the whole town as if I was a madman, losing track of time like it don't exist anymore. The trail feels the same like I've been through it years ago. Passing through the Greyhound, Front Street Avenue, one-way trip back to town is what I had to do. Too many lonely nights with the same outcome. People striving for the top has got me feeling outdone. Time waits for no one, have to stay ahead of things. Can't turn off the power, not even to reset and think. Living in a place full of ugly ass Americans. If God loves ugly, then consider me one of them. Feeling like a lost soul, looking for approval. Out to make a name like it's someone that you should know. There's nights to remember and there's nights that'll traumatize, especially through dark nights just trying to compromise. Can't sleep, can't stop, living on the edge now. Gotta watch your step when living on the edge now. Here for the moment, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live it up while you can is what was said to me. Can't sleep, can't stop, living on the edge now. Gotta watch your step when living on the edge now. Here for the moment, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live it up while you can is what was said to me. Now I'm off the train tracks, too many lonely nights, tagging on the wall and a 40 ounce of Bud Light. 1037 Stacy Avenue, it was 15 years on the block and had it good. Was a good child, always kept to myself. Never looked for trouble, always staying out of jail. The oldest out of three was your average bright boy, with a future and a plan and a dream to make noise. First crush was a fast one, didn't even last long. 5th grade boy without a care for the long run. Had my little crew and we were all in the same chain. Good times were here to stay, never thought that it would change. Party every weekend, getting live in the evening. Out to the desert or the fields for the greetings. So it's a destination to sunny D City. Looking for some desert cats to ride with me. Can't sleep, can't stop, living on the edge now. Gotta watch your step when living on the edge now. Here for the moment, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live it up while you can is what was said to me. Can't sleep, can't stop, living on the edge now. Gotta watch your step when living on the edge now. Here for the moment, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live it up while you can is what was said to me. Nowadays it feels like there's so much on my plate. Gotta get more work done and do it at a fast rate. Looking for a sign on the corner out on Broadway. Empty pockets in my jeans show I got a long way. Still getting migraines, headaches every other day. I should stop what I'm doing, run away, far away, but know where I belong more than right here at home. Music is my bedroom that I call my comfort zone. There ain't no reason why I can't rise through the dark days. My scars and my wounds call it learning life the hard way. If all all goes to plan, living good by the next year. Drink beers, reminisce on life with a few peers. We all have a purpose, some good, some bad. Some get what they wanted, others wish they never had. Possibilities are endless when you out chasing dreams, out chasing money and whatever it may bring. Can't sleep, can't stop, living on the edge now. Gotta watch your step when living on the edge now. Here for the moment, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live it up while you can is what was said to me. Can't sleep, can't stop, living on the edge now. Gotta watch your step when living on the edge now. Here for the moment, but tomorrow's never guaranteed. So live it up while you can is what was said to me.
So when'd you move out here, man?
At first it was because I was fucking up in San Diego in El Centro. So
Yeah.
I'm originally from El Centro. I'm a Valley kid too.
All right, nice
yeah,
to meet you,
El
man.
Centro.
Spray money.
Yeah, that's what's up.
What's
man.
happening?
Hell yeah.
Yo,
Hell yeah.
yo,
Glad to be
yo,
out
yo.
here, man.
Hey, first and
Yeah,
officially, let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead and
Hey.
break this down. Omar, go ahead and introduce yourself, baby boy. What's your
They know who I am. I ain't gonna introduce myself, but
Okay,
welcome,
okay,
welcome
okay.
to
Yo,
the
what up,
show.
man? This
I know,
is-
right? I've been here so much. I thought it's time for me
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
in right here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Spray
Yeah.
Money, one big factor
Yeah.
and part of the team with
Yes,
the Third
sir.
Eye,
Yes,
holding
sir.
it
Yes,
down
sir.
on Dirty
Just a
Dome
little bit.
Records.
Raise me up just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
You gonna turn
We
it up?
got
Yeah, just
Trans
mine a little
in
bit
as a
more. Yeah,
guest,
right
and
there.
we got Gray
Yeah.
Air and myself helping out.
Hello.
We're helping
I
out
get it
the main man over here.
Yeah.
Omar,
What's happening?
to help,
Yeah.
Transformer, the one that
to
kind of
help
holds
lead
the
this
whole
today.
fort.
So what's
Yeah.
up, y'all? What up? What
Yeah.
up?
Welcome to the I Music Podcast.
Thank you for having
guys.
us on
welcome,
here. First of
welcome.
all,
Yeah.
first of all, it's his guest and Spray for you taking the time to be here with us.
No, I appreciate
On
you
this
guys having
afternoon.
me out here, man. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it right now. We just did that whole project
Video
on
shoot,
the
huh?
side.
Video
yeah,
shoot.
Video shoot. Oh shit, man.
Killed
It's-
that shit,
yeah,
man.
Yeah,
Show's
hell
pretty
yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah, man. Shout outs to fucking 3D.
Benny, PD
And
Blanco.
3D,
fucking
who's-
Masters of the Universe,
Yeah.
Kenny, Zombie.
PD
Yeah.
Blinko drove
PD
2 fucking
Blinko.
hours out here just to be here.
Oh yeah.
For a few hours. So that's
Absolutely,
what's
man.
up. Shout
Yeah,
out to
that
him
shit.
and whatever he's affiliated with and whoever's supporting him. Most importantly,
Yeah.
supporting him because that's what matters.
Shout out to DJ Mark Ski for hitting up the scratches.
On the more
Mark,
down.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
never met
yeah.
that
5-7
cat. Thank you
Collective.
so much, man.
Yeah,
Many
that shit had
blessings.
it added a whole nother level to the whole fucking track.
It
like,
does sound different.
Absolutely.
It made
Yeah.
it pop out for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
We're
man.
rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's cracking?
Yeah.
Spray, how you feeling right now,
Yeah.
man?
You know, I feel good.
Personality-wise.
I feel good. You know, like today has been kind of a trip right now, but with the day going on and with the video shoot, having a couple beers and fucking, you know, smoking a little bit, it's been good, man. I've been enjoying myself out here, man. You
Yeah.
guys, yeah.
I know
like,
what you got going on personally right now too. So thank you for being here. Also,
absolutely.
you know,
I appreciate it, man. Like,
blessings to your father and his health.
I appreciate it.
Real
Thank you,
shit.
thank you, man.
Real shit.
Yeah, everything you know so far has been good. So I'm glad, you know, everything's going on, and I get to take some time out here to
Relax
to
and
rock
be-
with
be
guys.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I feel like I needed that a little bit too. It kind of helps like an outlet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that outlet, how important is it to you? Because obviously you kind of emphasized on that, and it kind of popped out to me as I'm hearing this interview. You said an outlet. What does that outlet mean to you?
Well, I mean, to me, it's like another source. You know, like I mean, a lot of us have like, you know, we work on our different priorities. We have different priorities, whether it be family, whether it be, you know, working our 9 to 5, whether it be you know, taking care of business, school, education, all that. You know, to me, that outlet has always been music. You know, whether it's performing live, whether it's recording, whether it's producing, that, you know, video, anything that has to do with the form of entertaining, where you're where you're building yourself and doing what you love, which is, you know, me being an entertainer is something that I value, and I look at it as a source of therapy and outlet. You know,
I like that you use the words as entertainer, because a lot of people take that word and summarize it with whether it be a rapper, artist, or you know, something else. I can't really think of it.
you know
for
what?
lack of a
Yeah,
better word,
yeah.
but
I
entertainer,
agree though.
I'm
Like
that. Why does that mean to you? Entertainer. What does
I
that
feel
mean?
entertainer because you're not just like, it used to be back in the day where, okay, you just rap and that was the status quo, where I'm just an MC, I'm just a rapper. But nowadays I feel like with the way technology is and the way music is moving, that you have to be more than just, you know, a rapper. You have to kind of build yourself, whether it's being a producer, whether it's being an engineer, even an actor, you know, somebody that speaks in public, or even if you're doing that realm of being, which I say to myself, I say I'm a recording artist. So to me, it's the element of rapping, singing, vocal production, public speaking. That has always been that's been my element right there. So to me, that would be the form of entertainment. How can I entertain you through my voice and just the image and the broad that I put out there for you.
The story you're trying to tell.
Exactly.
Do you believe you have the capability to tell a story in an album?
I think so. I think the route that I've been to, a kid from the valley that really didn't have much at first, living with grandma.
Yeah, we grew up in a similar neighborhood.
Yeah,
you weren't
yeah,
too far
man.
down there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you're across
yeah.
the tracks.
I'm on the other side of Imperial, but yeah, man. I mean, I've been out there, and shout out to everybody out there in that area.
That was
Stacy,
very
17th,
active
La
area.
Posada,
Yeah, that was a
Chios.
very active area.
Yeah.
So
man.
I'm very familiar.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of good times, man. A lot of wild times too. But I mean, you got it all, man. Something definitely to remember.
Tell us a little bit about your background before you became Spray Money. But first of all, how'd you come up with the name?
It's kind of interesting because my name really came out of the valley. So I started working at 9-to-5 jobs, and I kind of started out just kind of rapping little stuff and nursery rhymes kind of shit where it was like, hey, my name is Ray. I coming out with spray. And it was really creative. So the people I used to work in I think it was Pizza Hut or a Boy Local, one of those, they started saying,
You worked at Pizza Hut, huh?
Yeah. So they started calling me, hey, Spray Ray, Spray Ray. And I'm like, yo, that sounds pretty cool. And that's where I got that, spray. But the money part was a lot of cats out there. Some of the older cats would be like, money, hey, money. That's kind of the element that I kind of got with. So to me, it's like, Spray Money sounds cool. At first, it's like any young person that's trying to make a name for themselves. I'm like, well, shit, I'm.
You didn't know it was
Spray
gonna
Money.
last.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny though, and I'll tell you guys this. So it's pretty funny to kind of put it out there. Is that my name? My family calls me Raymond.
Raymond.
Raymon.
That's your social name.
That's my social name, family name.
Right.
Everybody in my family, cousins, brothers, and everything, they call me Raymond. El Ramon,
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit. But once I started kind of playing with the name and I started kind of going deeper, and this was after a couple of years once I started moving to San Diego, is that name, if you were to put Spray Money together, in between it, you would find the name Raymond in it. And I'm like, well, you know what, shit, man. Why not run with it? I've had it for so long, and it's in there, so I took it almost
pretty cool.
as a sign.
Spray Money, huh?
Yeah, Spray Money. And if you,
I see it, Raymond.
Yeah, Raymon is in there.
M-O-N, Raymond.
Yeah, so I'm like, you
That's
know what?
cool.
Yeah, I'll run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so to me, it kind of it just stood out, and because when you think of the term Spray Money, you tend to think, and we grew up, in the time of. Cats, trap was starting to come up. You had T.I., you had
What are you talking about? 0506?
0506.
That was a little bit further on. I mean, your music taste must have developed a lot younger than that.
It was a lot younger. I'll tell you this, when I was I probably one of my inspirations when I grew up was Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was back in 95 East 99. Yeah. It's the thuggish, ruggish bone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That shit is karaoke.
It's
and shit like that.
something like that.
That shit is classic.
So that's kind of where that's kind of where I developed a lot of my elements as far as trying to be melodic with my shit. It was, even though I was listening to a lot of Pac and Biggie, I really kind of grappled to that kind of vibe what Bo Thugs were pushing and the people around me that were playing it. And so to me, that's kind of that element. It was funny because at my age, there was two types of people. You had Bone Thugs and Wu-Tang people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. After some time, I started implementing Wu-Tang into my style. But Bone Thugs was always a big influence into my life and the way I kind of go about my raps.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of how that story goes. And I mean. In that time, everybody was talking to money about 06, 08, kind of 05, 06 was kind of when I got my money name, and that's kind of what it had an effect. But like I said, I never changed it because it kind of stuck in with her. And you know what? Everybody changes their name. I just didn't have no reason to change my name.
You went with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I ran with it. And to me, it's cool because there's not a lot of people that are using that name.
Right.
And I like it. And to me, it can be more than just what you hear in the rap game. Like it can be money to me is a universal thing. Everybody speaks that language of money regardless of where you are, and money can be to me as an essence of value. How you value money, whether it's it doesn't necessarily have to be currency, it doesn't have to be cash, it could be family, it can be food, it can be a service that you do. So
Right.
to me, that's what money comes from. It's more than, it's just the way that people transport credit to each other. Like it doesn't have to be just cash.
It can mean a whole new meaning, something else
That's interesting.
that reflects on whoever's listening to the music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you value? And that's why I try to look at it as a broad thing, even though money has like a negative content to it sometimes.
Right. Why would you say that?
Because you always hear the saying, or I would hear the saying, and you would see it on bumper stickers: money is the root of all evil. And I don't necessarily. There is some truth to that, but I think it goes deeper than that. So money can be good, bad, and ugly.
So does it depend on the person and how they utilize
Absolutely. Depending on who's in control of that money can always play a big factor.
it? Interesting. What would you do if you had $100,000 right now?
If I had $100,000, I would probably invest.
In what?
Shit. Music. Music is one.
So would you
My
say
family,
to yourself?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yeah. Music would be one. Of course, absolutely. Family would be another thing. Family and I mean, throughout the years, I've kind of developed a different idea. Buying a house out here in San Diego would be another thing too. To me, it's how smart can you be with your money? How are you going to spend your money, and how are you going to be able to distribute it and benefit? Of course, you want to help other people too that are in need, and you want to help your own cause or what you believe in. So to me, that's that's one of the things I would do with money. So I would take care of myself, but in the process, try to help out others as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm off. When did you start, putting a pen to the paper? When you start rapping?
Shit, bro.
Music-wise?
You know what? I had to be in, I had to be in maybe 6th, 7th grade. And you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out. You probably don't even know that, but I think you might know him, Rudy. Do you know Esco?
Yeah, I know him, fool.
Yeah, yo,
Nightmare,
we were in a
aka
couple
Nightmare.
classes. Yo, shout out
I really
to
know him as Esco.
yo, shout out to that dude. But
He put you on, huh?
I wouldn't say that, but I know he was writing some of his raps out there. We were going to grade school out there, and I know that's when I started writing some of my raps right there too.
He's doing some crazy shit now. He's on some like Pitbull type.
I think
shit.
he's doing some other shit right now too, but
Not the dog, though, the artist.
Yeah, like he's starting
That's what he
to
sounds like.
tap into these elements right now of reggaeton and stuff like that, trying to calculate in that market. But shit, bro, I remember.
Matter of fact, Jay, I think I showed you a video of him like a few months ago.
Yeah, but it's a trip, man. Like that's one of the cats I remember that was first writing raps, and I was kind of out there writing raps too. And it was pretty funny
that's
because
dope.
at that time, this had to be like maybe, and
That's
I'm just
dope.
throwing numbers.
Right.
This was probably in '98 or '99.
Okay.
And at this time, Eminem was popping.
99.
Eminem was popping off like
Oh,
crazy.
I still remember buying that album.
Yeah. Fucking the EP was the EP or the LP, like.
The Marshmallows LP.
The LP.
I
that's
bought
the
that
one.
and
Yeah.
Crying 2001 at the
Yeah.
same time.
You see, I had a homie that had that track, and I would he would let me borrow it. I'd tell him, hey, yo, let me grab that real quick.
Yeah, okay.
And so from there, like I got my first raps, and I remember my first raps being
So did that inspire you to write? I
a
guess
little bit. Yeah.
His influence, and then buying these albums.
I gotta say his shit, influenced me because that's what I remember my first raps. I was being like 12 years old.
That's cool.
Putting I'm gonna
didn't know.
get a motherfucking chainsaw and skin your ass raw. That was my first shit. That was the first, and I always remember that shit. You always remember
Yeah,
like
what
that
up,
first
Trans?
shit.
I don't come in much times, but that was
what
enough
up,
for me to come
Trans?
in and be like, whoa. that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
So, like some shit like that, and I think Eminem shit had a big influence on that. Like where
Who
I was
said
like,
that?
fuck Eminem. Like, no, he didn't say that, but he would, the shit he was saying at that time. you know,
was
fucking
like that.
It was controversial shit, you know, where he's gonna kill somebody or he's gonna fucking rape somebody or fucking some shit, you know. And it had me where like fuck, you know, I had to you know rap something like that, you know. I was on that vibe and you know it was a trip. I mean, but at that time you also had Chronic 2001. I think Nelly had just came out with this fucking country grammar shit. Like that
was around the same time.
Yeah, and that's when I wanted to really start writing, and you know like and
that was
really
huge. That was a huge.
That was a
year for
real
hip-hop.
big.
There was a lot of great albums out
that was
there.
there was a lot of stuff in that time. I mean even at that time, like a lot of the. I would have to say a lot of the Chicano movement would fucking even
it's pretty big.
Inspire me. Yeah, you would you know, shout out to Little Rob, Night Owl, and all them that are doing out there, because that's, you know, when you're a little kid growing up in the valley and shit like that, you kind of get inspired by that culture.
Right.
And you know, you go to the car shows and all that shit, and all these cats are you know doing. Mr. Capone's another one. That's another one that the first autograph album that I had. You know,
Really?
I know. Seeing me right now, seeing me right now, it's like
Trans I don't know. How do you feel about that, Trans?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? No, but when you're a kid, when you're
Respect.
like, here's the thing though. But when you're 14 or 13 years old, trying to be a rapper in the valley, that's what you see. You know, like that's kind of, you know, that's the movement, is a Chicano vibe, and the car shows.
I agree and disagree. It just depends on the circle that you might have been around in most often. But I'm not saying that you're wrong. All I'm saying is that I get it.
There are different outlets.
I had a couple of homies who were bumping that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to me, it opened my eyes to like, oh shit, there's more than just. You know,
I think it's because
didn't they
this
have
artist,
that
that
La
artist.
Gente car show?
It's the norm out there.
Yeah,
But if you,
I rocked a couple of shows at Lowrider events.
But if you,
I rocked a couple of shows back on.
But if you revert back, like Bone Thugs was also a big
Interesting.
influence in the Chicano movement at that time.
It really did.
You know, it really
a lot
did.
of, especially what's his name, Crazy Bone and
Exactly.
Was it Wishbone or no?
Lazy Bone.
Lazy Bone. Yeah, they were doing a lot of stuff with Mexican artists. That was really interesting.
They were so
really
that did also have a big influence, and I think growing up as a little kid, you know, you kind of see that, and you see the vibe going to these car shows and just growing up in the hood and all that shit.
So let me ask you this real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you for 2 quick seconds here, but being that you have a very very good idea of who you are as far as your who influenced you to help with your talent, how is it that you look at yourself and you say, this is the kind of lane I want to be in? When you're rapping, you obviously have an image, or at least I'm sorry, excuse me, that was lack of a better word, but you have a almost like a plan, like a blueprint of who you wanna be, right, and be respected in your craft, right? Because you obviously work hard at it. How are you able to differentiate that and put yourself in a space where you're unique?
I think for one of my aspects is that I'm not I mean, and I know a lot of people say this, but to me, I'm willing to experiment when it comes to music. Like, I'm willing to do vocals. I'm willing to work with bands. Like, here's the thing. Like, to me, hip-hop is not just my main influence. Like, it's also rock and roll, jazz, blues, you know, Albert King, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Cars, The Doors, Metallica, Alice in Chains, the grunge era.
That's a very broad.
I mean,
that's
what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
where does that influence come from?
I think a lot of it is
on
that
a spectrum scale.
I think
That's
a
crazy.
lot of it is just being so exposed to different types of music and you know,
From your parents?
Yeah, who's responsible for that? Was it your or like who?
Yeah, I think my pops. Like my pops.
Really?
My
What do your
pops
pops
was,
listen to?
You know what? My pops used to listen to a lot of rock and roll in the 80s.
Oh,
My
cool.
pops is from
So
the
those guys,
KGs.
huh?
Yeah, salute to the KGs out there in Calesia. Like, my pops yeah, shout out to everybody out there. Like that's and you know, pops get
Small
well.
world, man.
You know,
Small world. Yeah, there's a lot of good dudes right there, man. Salute.
Yeah, and like, you know, like I said, you know, I got fam, like, you know, the homies out there, a lot of people that grew up in that area, and I mean that was really, you know,
That's history. There's
there's a lot of history out there. There's a lot of history, and you know, I know my family grew up a lot of
Does
rock and
anybody know
roll.
what KG's is? I mean, everybody here does, but I mean, you should probably. KG, what is KG's?
It's out in Calexico, the Kennedy Gardens
Kennedy
out there.
Gardens.
Yeah. And you know, that's where my nana grew up, and my family and my uncles, we'd chill out there every weekend, and we'd be drinking and listen to to old school
Corridos?
music, corridos, rock and roll too. Though, like
Yeah.
my uncles and my pops were kind of bringing that new wave in too, where a lot of people were listening to rock and roll.
Yeah,
like
the cholo
Van Halen.
rock and roll shit was
Cholo rock and roll
I
shit
know
was a
what
lot
it
of so that was a real big influence at that time. So
Right.
so that's where I get a lot of that I think that's what kind of makes me a little bit unique and different, is that I was able to grasp into that.
They're
And-
like dun 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 dun. That shit.
yeah,
Dun,
yeah,
dun,
you
dun,
know,
dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah.
Lowrider?
Yeah, yeah.
Mud.
yeah, the low.
But like that era, that's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly.
yeah.
War was a big influence too.
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. You know,
Definitely. Yeah.
so it was a trip, man. It was a trip going up there, and you know, I got a lot of love for that. You know, I grew up in a big family. I mean, my pop's family had I think 12. You know, there were all 12. Well, I know 12 brothers and sisters. So I had like 30 or 40 different cousins. So like.
Okay.
I mean, I got a lot of family
That's a
out in the valley.
big-ass family.
Yeah, I got a lot of family out there in the valley, and you know, a lot of different places. So, you know, to me, it's always like that's a really deep part in my life that I don't think a lot of people know, but that's what helped me influence me and helped me be so different and creative than the norm that you would see in the valley, and that people would kind of look at and say like, well, you know, what is he on, or you know, I never seen that shit, so I don't know about. So, but I love that, you know, I embrace that. I embrace that I'm different, and that I can, you know, bring something new to the table.
Been on a mission, 4 years on a marathon. Stadium market, 2 blunts and I'm taking off. On the road again, I'm set out to make a movement. Hit the boulevard on a pace where I'm cruising. I'm working on my grind as an entrepreneur. Career not a dream, so while you sleep and move over. I'm in a race to win like a jockey at the Del Mar. Leave you in the dust, turn to glue in a quick spark. Ace is the name and I'm a slave to the company. The lava's where I'm in. If you wanna come and fuck with me, the golden triangle is what I'm working on. Stuck with wild fantasies, staring at the clock. About to punch in, I'm always fashionably late. Just to let you know, I'm only 5 or 10 away. On Universal Avenue, building up my equity. Believe that I blow up, I'm moving on it steadily. I'm living up in Diego.
I'm living up in Diego,
The heart of the city.
the heart of the city.
I keep my heart up in it
I keep my heart up in it
until I make a milli.
until I make a milli.
Moving down the I-5, traffic passing right by. I'm looking at the dashboard, it's close to 95. I'm living up in Diego, the heart of the city. I'll keep my heart up in it until I make a milli. Until I make a milli. Touring all around the world, I fuck with local girls and hold my nuts like a squirrel. Got a couple honeys here giving me the business. Only doing things that are in my best interest. 3 hours in, break time, then it's 3 more. Putting so much time like I never did before. 12 hours a day, putting 5 days a week. Weekends get it poppin', I'm out doing my thing. 800 every 2 weeks before the taxes. Get it doubled up's the proposition I'm demanding. Too many bills and not enough to make it go around. That's why you don't see me wasting money at the moment now. Smoke a lot of stress sticks, drink a lot of alcohol, rehearse a lot of bullshit before I make them big calls. Very few stops on the road that I'm taking. I will never stop until the day that I make it. I'm living up in Diego,
I'm living up in Diego,
the heart of the city.
the heart of the city.
I keep my heart up in it
I keep my heart up in it
until I make a milli.
until I make a milli.
Moving down the I-5, traffic passing right by. I'm looking at the dashboard, it's close to 95. I'm living up in Diego, the heart of the city. I'll keep my heart up in it until I make a milli. Moving down the I-5, traffic passing right by. I'm looking at the dashboard, it's close to 95. I'm living up in Diego, the heart of the city. I'll keep my heart up in it until I make a milli.
Until I make a milli, until I make a milli. I keep my heart up in it until I make a milli. Until I make a milli, until I make a milli. I keep my heart up in it until I make a milli.
I mean, yeah, different, definitely.
As far as like roots, as
Roots?
far as like roots and shit,
Yeah.
like you know, bringing
That's
the
a
roots.
big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bringing something like creativity to the table.
You
Well,
know,
creativity, most definitely. Evolution, even.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Because the
like
sound
it
is different.
Yeah,
It's very different. The way you listen to it is very different.
Yeah.
Do you
I
have
mean-
anyone in your family that listens to your stuff?
I'm sorry.
Do you have anyone in your family that listens to your?
You know what?
your-
My
your-
cousins, probably
your-
my cousins.
What you do?
Yeah, probably cousins and stuff like that. Like I get a lot of feedback from my cousins, and they support what I have.
That's dope.
My older, I mean, I got older relatives, but I think they're from a, you know, they're from a different time, and it's probably not
Yeah, the
same.
connection isn't
But
there.
Yeah.
Right.
But everybody's really supportive about it. They love it. Like they love what I do, and they always want me to put new stuff and new material. So
When's the last album that you dropped? What around what year would you put that up?
album or song?
What song? I know you're very consistent with your songs. Album,
I try to
project?
be. You know what? The last album, and I'll give you an explanation, but the last album I dropped was maybe 2013, 14. It was called
Okay,
The
so
Overpass.
6 years ago?
Yeah, it was Overpass. And shout out to
Overpass. Well, that's interesting name.
Yo, shout out to Mark who ended up doing the artwork for that.
Hunter?
Too. Yeah, and shout out to Smash Bros, Tranzfomer, Jay Science,
A lot
who
of
ended up.
production on there.
They did a lot of production, heavy production on that.
So what year
too.
was that? When did you link up with them?
2013.
About 2013, 2014.
2013?
Yeah, yeah.
Actual J Science beat on that shit.
Yeah. No. Jay Science had a lot
Like
of
a solo
influence
beat?
in there. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He did a lot of influence on that track.
Yeah,
How
I'm
did you link up with
familiar
Tranzfomer
Jason
and them?
You know what?
Trans
Tranzfomer is an interesting cat because Tranzfomer is somebody that I linked up out. Like I knew Tranzfomer from the Valley, and you know I've seen him at a few places, but where we linked up mostly was when we moved out here to San Diego. So
Right.
I had moved out here in maybe 2007. 2007. I moved
Damn,
out here
you've been out
right
here
out of
for a
high.
minute.
Yeah. Right out of high school, I came out of here, or close to that time.
I think that might have been around the last time I saw you because
Yeah.
coming through my
I know
on
because we were
Stacy
linking
for a
up.
minute,
Yeah, we were linking up at that area. I was chilling with the homies out there on that.
Yeah,
side
you
of
got
the
to see
neighborhood.
that heavily.
I got to link up with you. I actually remember Rudy in a situation where Rudy was fucking with one of the homies out there. He was in a street right there in the corner, and he's like gonna prank somebody and fuck around with him and be like, oh, I'm gonna rob his ass or something. You remember that? He was like,
Why is that? Damn, I forgot about that.
Yo, he puts on a hood or some shit, dude, and he's like, hey, roll down, open your door and shit, and the motherfucker ends up, his boy ends up booking it and shit, thinking he's gonna get fucking robbed at gunpoint and shit, dude. Like, he was gonna prank him, but
I was about to say his name right now. I don't want to say his name. I remember now.
Yeah, but that was dude, that's one of the shit like shit that we be doing out there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Living in the valley.
Yeah. This was out there.
Yeah, that was 06, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was around the last time I seen you.
I think that was like in 06 or 05, you know.
No, 06 sounds about right.
Yeah, so
Huh? Yeah.
No. Before I left,
He was
we
what?
were linking up at, you know.
It was random too, though.
Yeah.
We came around. I remember one that the most defining moment that really reminds me of you is I've got two. One I'm not gonna say because it's pretty embarrassing for all of us.
Oh no.
But second, it was a good time. But the first was Rock. J Rock had called me out. He hit me up. You remember J Rock?
Yeah.
J-Rock.
Absolutely.
And he hit me up, told me to come through to your crib. You were having a party or some shit. It was pretty dope though.
Okay, I think I remember a time
so-
where we were fucking around. I even think I don't even.
We were
remember
freestyle. I think that's the first night that I heard your freestyle.
Was it?
I think that's the first night that I heard your
Okay.
freestyle. Him and I were going back and forth on freestyles.
Yo, was it that one time where Drone and Mondo ended up doing some MMA stuff right there on like?
They were known to fight all the time, so yes.
Yeah. They were doing some MMA, but somebody was recording it or something.
Yeah.
But
And that's as much as we'll say because I'm starting to remember the rest of the night, and that night was pretty interesting. But yes, that's what happened. And after that, yeah.
Because I remember that part right there, man. Nah, but shout out to Mondo and Drone out there, man. Real cool, you know, fucking
Yeah, man,
homies
it's
right there from the
solid
yeah, a lot of
individuals.
people out there, man. A lot of people that I probably you know forget to name, but
brings
But
an
is that-
influence to.
But is that
to
it?
Taylor.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is this a big part of who you are? You think?
I think it had a big influence. I think before I took off, it really kind of helped me kind of carve a point of what direction I wanted to go with the music, you know, or what element I wanted to add to it, you know, as far as you know the rap game, fucking. But when I moved out here, you know, back to the story at hand, you know, I had met Tranzfomer back maybe a couple years after I moved here. So maybe when did you move out here, Trans? Like 2007?
Got
or not
Trans
7,
in the motherfucking
2011.
building. Clear your
11 or
motherfucking road,
12.
When did I move here?
Yeah.
I'd say like 5-6 years ago. I'd probably been ready.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you know, I didn't know him too well in the Valley, but once we linked up, I think a homie had told me, do you ever remember the homie who was it that put me on game with Trans? You know Aaron? Shout out to Aaron Navarro. He was from Sealy.
Aaron, oh yeah.
So that used to be my homie back in the day, but I think he put me on a game with Trans.
Oh, that's dope.
And so I don't know how we linked up, but we ended up linking up once you moved out here. And from there, we just started working on music and building. And from Trans, I ended up linking up with Jay Science, who has also been really supportive and the core feature.
Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to Jay. That has been a core feature in some of the music and some of the
Right.
strategy and the moves that I'm trying to take.
Well, Desperado was what, 2014?
2014.
Yeah, that's the only track I know from you. As
You know
far
what?
as-
Yeah, and that's part of the track right there. That's
Right.
kind of at the same time where I kind of transitioned, because 2013 was when 14 was kind of when I transitioned into starting to get my education again and starting to going into a different aspect of how I could build my music, and that was going to school and going to business administration, management, and how to manage my own career. So to me, it started going into the realm of, okay, I got to get my degrees. I gotta see. I kind of had a vision of what I wanted to do, and to me, it was going back to school and get my degrees. And you know what? I ended up getting 2 degrees off of that. So it was
Which
cool.
are what now?
Business administration, and
Nice.
then another one in digital commercial music. So to me, it was really cool. I'm actually,
Wow.
now that we're saying, I'm actually.
That's an accomplishment, huh?
Thank you, man.
2
Thank you.
degrees.
It
yeah.
took a while. Yeah. It took a minute, but I'm actually transferring into UCSD for the following semester.
Woo, tuition, boy.
Yeah, shit, bro. I mean,
Welcome to California.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to fucking see how I do that shit.
Nah, you'll
but-
pull that off, man. You came this far.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
were you pushing music before Transformer? Or, like, was there music out there?
You know what? It wasn't as crazy before I moved to San Diego. When I was in the Valley, it was more of you smoke, you drink, and you freestyle.
Right.
And to me, like, I wasn't really, I didn't have a team like that. Like, I just chilled it with the homies that were right there in the neighborhood, and I would kind of be the rapper in that environment. Like, I was a rapper. Like, I never really thought of it further than that. Then when you drink and you smoke and you start
Spitting
rapping.
flows.
Yeah. But after a while, you get so much positive feedback, and then you go, well, let me take it to the next step, and you get so into it, and you get so deep into
Right.
it. And
Some friends go this way; they don't want to do anything, but then we want to keep it going.
Absolutely, and I think I've been lucky. I've been fortunate enough to be in a position where I can continue to keep making music and keep building and go further with my career.
Yeah.
As far as taking care of your education wise and trying to fucking keep it going that way.
Exactly.
To put in money to your craft.
Yeah. So I've been fortunate. I've been happy enough to be able to do all that.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's been tough.
It's a responsibility. I feel like you have to do that.
Yeah.
You have to do that if you want to make it. As far as making it out there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's what I think. I believe so. It's just me and you, dog. You on the mic now.
I know. I gotta fix it up. I gotta adjust it real quick.
Oh, hit it up,
Like,
man.
be
Yeah,
like,
Get comfortable. Yeah. Spray money. Like I said, I never, heard you until Transformer brought you up.
I appreciate that,
But
man.
I wanna, I heard one record that we was just rocking here.
I got. You know what? I got a few albums there.
And
I
it
got
sounds
hard
sick.
copies. I got hard copies. I
Yeah,
got to
covers?
send you a hard copy.
Yeah.
With all the shit right there. And
Right.
I mean, it's like I said. It's I want
There's a lot of artists that I don't know.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of artists that I don't know that weren't in my direction.
Yeah.
Or my scene as growing up.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of music out there from the Valley.
Oh, for sure.
Which
for
I
sure.
appreciate and I love.
Yeah,
I gotta say that. But as far as like there's a lot of artists. A lot of people, a lot of groups, and people who make the music.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Like it's to me, it's one of those things, and I've been big influence on that too. But there's so much that like, and even when you made your, I wanted to go back to you, like even when you made your top 10 list or your top 5 list,
Right.
I was exposed to new artists that I didn't even know.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like just names that I didn't
Right.
even hear of. So
That
to
I'm going
me-
back and listening to.
Exactly. So I thought that was pretty dope too. That like, okay, now I can go and click and see who else is out there.
Right.
So I think stuff like that really gives this interview that we're doing and just different ways. Whether it's working on a video or putting yourself out there. It really helps expose, some of the stuff that the Valley can contribute.
Right, because
or put
exposure
out.
is important.
Absolutely.
That's why I went off that. I went
Yeah.
off exposure. I went people I see, people I type in, the YouTube I see,
Yeah.
and something comes up.
Yeah.
That's what I went off by.
Yeah, and I think,
but whatever,
and you know what? I think people should embrace that. You know what I mean? I think. Oh shit! But
Sorry about that.
honestly, I think people should embrace that and be very supportive and motivated to continue to do that, to be able to
Sound good, right?
put their shit
Yeah,
out there.
Right. My bad.
Just a little louder now.
Yo, so who was the one that?
Sorry
Yeah,
about
who
that.
was the one that
Sorry,
fucked
I
that
don't
shit
know
up?
Tranzfomer.
Hey. Transformer.
What was it? Just the chord?
I think you raised up the volumes on all of them.
I don't know what happened.
No, that's all good. We're good.
We're good though.
Fuck.
Those fucking woody
Yo,
boots
yo,
he's
yo.
wearing.
Check. I think mine's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Hey man, so if you had a message behind a project that you put your heart and soul into, what is that message that you would want to put across?
That's a really interesting question, because I mean, it really depends on what song I'm trying to put out. I mean, with me, I'm trying to put out, the image, the idea of Spray Money, who I am, the heart and soul that I put into it, like the dynamics and the fucking, just everything that I put out in music and the way I fucking do shit and pull out my fucking energy into everything. But I mean, as far as what I'm trying to put out too is also a team, a crew, because at the end of the day, like, and I'll tell this to any musician out there too, like, you're only as strong as the team that'll take you. Like, you're not, you gotta have people out there that are good at everything. You're not gonna be good at everything. Like, look at, fucking LeBron James, he's the greatest out there, but he couldn't win a championship because he's not, because he didn't have the right team. And I think any individual artist that's out there has to have the right team. So, I mean, I want to be able to
support. You're
exactly,
support.
yeah. So, I mean, the message I'm out there is trying to do that with my team and my people, and I mean, it's a positive message. Is that anybody out there that's wanted to do it can do it, regardless of what what's holding you back. Whether it's a small town, whether it's a little area, whether it's not having the money or the answer that you have to transition and stuff like that. Anybody out there can make music with the right strategy. We live in a beautiful golden day and age where you can put yourself online and fucking hit big. But in order to maintain that and in order to stay strong and build something, instead of just fame, you need the right people, you need the right team, and you need to go out there and expose yourself and also build yourself and work in a strategic way.
Team is important. Team is very important.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me neither, man.
Yeah.
Me neither. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. As far as, it sounds a lot better. You hear that?
Yeah.
What happened?
Turned off the AC.
God damn, it sounds a lot better.
Yeah, now we're clear as hell.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to restart this.
Fuck, are you guys audio nerds? Are you an audio nerd? Like, fuck, it's just like some little things. I've been trying to fucking like figure out the sound the whole time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. When you're, what? I should have. Yeah, we should have. When you start something, you gotta make sure that everything's dead sound.
Yeah, but a team is important, man. Like, this podcast shit, it was team.
No, I think.
Like, and I'm just like, had to keep it going.
Yo, yeah,
I gotta surround myself with the right people.
I think so.
Same vision, same influence, same everything.
Yeah.
As before that, I didn't have that. Now I think I'm trying to find the right people.
Yeah.
So it's still a journey. Yeah. It's still a journey for myself. Like, I ain't done yet. Like, this is.
Hey, it's only getting started, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you already. I mean, you've already established yourself too. Like in the game, you've already had. You've already had more than 80 different interviews. So I mean, shit,
I put in the work.
Yeah.
And I put in the work. Yeah. Like, I had to.
And I mean, I mean, you're also doing, you're also marketing yourself in the right direction, as far as, the Instagram, the websites and stuff like that. So I mean, shit, I think that's a big part of it, is how you market yourself, how are you going to promote yourself? How are you going to, put yourself out there, whether it's some of these websites like SoundCloud, Instagram, Audio Mac, building your own website, having your own business card, going out to every shows, strategize, make yourself a schedule and take it day by day.
There's always something new out there.
Yeah, for
always
sure.
something new out there for somebody.
Yeah.
And that's why I started this. That's why it's here. Bringing you guys under here, bringing as far as different artists, whoever wants to come on, whoever wants to come on, it's just making it happen. Because it's my end too, though. It's my end too, as far as like
Yeah.
But as far as it's something, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah,
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, if you're hungry, hey, come here and get it, because later on, you know, I expect to get paid to do this. So, you know, later on, I'm gonna have you, you know, try to help, you know, make a, you know, we're doing it's a business. You know what I mean? It's you know, we love, you know, you mix business with culture, and you mix everything. You know,
everyone's interesting. Everyone has a story.
Absolutely.
Everyone is they have a story, and I want to hear it. I want to fucking hear it. You know what I mean? I want to hear the backstory. I want to hear what it's about. You know, the music is there. But what do you plan on doing with that music?
Growing up in the north part of town with a big dream. Dropped another dime just to make it in the big leagues. Never one to cross lines, but I held my own ground. Had to prove a lot of people just to rep my own town. Burning trees relieve me of my everyday struggle. Even though a lot of pain, I learned to stay humble. Only thing that ever made sense was making dollars. And that's the motivation that I got for working harder. Addictions that I carry are a burden in my life. Turn the stress into alcoholic drinks for the night. Hard to hold back when temptation's all around you. The feeling, the pleasure, cause everything just sounds good. Knocking on heaven's door with guns and roses. The feeling on this beat can be the right type of dosage. Blood, sweat, tear before the fame and the glory. If I live another night, then appreciate the morning. A young desperado in the city that I live in. My smoke, drinks, and fam's the only thing I'm needed. Even if I'm gone today, I'll say I had a good life. So I'ma live it to the fullest like it's my last night. Young desperado in the city that I live in. My smoke, drinks, and fam's the only thing I'm needed. Even if I'm gone today, I'll say I had a good life. So I'ma live it to the fullest like it's my last night. Memories I have on what it could have been, should have been, would have been. If I started taking time to listen in. Live another day truly feels like a blessing. Learn to consider this a gift I'm possessing. What's gone off of fantasy but back to reality. A lot of bloodshed off of so much fatality. The pain of a lost life, the horror of a dozen gone. A dark night, sorrow in the air that wasn't called upon. Hurts to hear that there was bad seeds growing in the town. Can't imagine something like this would ever go around. Love all, trust none is what I resorted to. Not everyone can understand, only but a very few. Gotta be more to life than living on the edge. Than living in a world full of cutthroat heads. So I say a Padre Nuestro y un Dios Salve Maria. Keep a strong faith on the things that I believe on. A young desperado in the city that I live in. My smoke, drinks, and fam's the only thing I'm needed. Even if I'm gone today, I'll say I had a good life. So I'ma live it to the fullest like it's my last night. Young desperado in the city that I live in. My smoke, drinks, and fam's the only thing I'm needed. Even if I'm gone today, I'll say I had a good life. So I'ma live it to the fullest like it's my last night. Shout out to the Smash Bros for the opportunity. Consider us a team and we keep a strong unity. My worst nightmare, not to finish what I said I would. How much it's taken out of me, really, if you only knew. Had to get knocked down to realize an insult. After that I took a note, I'm never getting pinfall. Hustle just to make it in the jungle that I live in. Only looking up cause rock bottom's what I've been in. Feel like time's running out while the sun's going down. Gotta be the one to separate myself from the crowd. Maybe I'll have an ocean view from the balcony. Maybe one day have my family proud of me. Music for the heart, this is music for the soul. This is something universal with the stories that I told. Hopefully at the end I could say I had a good life. Until that day comes, I'ma settle in the limelight. A young desperado in the city that I live in. My smoke, drinks, and fam's the only thing I'm needed. Even if I'm gone today, I'll say I had a good life. So I'ma live it to the fullest like it's my last night. Young desperado in the city that I live in. My smoke, drinks, and fam's the only thing I'm needed. Even if I'm gone today, I'll say I had a good life. So I'ma live it to the fullest like it's my last night.
Where do you plan on going with that music? You know, you're showing us all this, but then...
So where are you going, Spray?
Think more, you know?
Where are you going, Spray?
Where are you going?
You know what? Where I want to go is, you know, and sometimes I feel like, shit, I want to create a new genre. You know what I mean? I want to create a new lane. I want to create a new avenue. I want to be able to help, you know, kids be able to develop themselves. Kids that didn't have that opportunity, because I feel like I've been blessed to get an opportunity to do that. That's where I want to go. I want to go where fucking I can build up avenues, build up myself, and at the same time be able to help people build.
Give back to the valley.
Give back to the valley. Yeah. Give back to the valley and support, you know, some of the young kids that are coming up. And it doesn't always have to be about music. It can be also about, you know, an education thing, an active thing, whether it's sports, you know, like everybody has a different talent. And I feel like sometimes we kind of neglect that.
So you feel that, basically, you feel that, you know, it's cool to follow your dreams, but maybe back them up a little bit with some education.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Back them up with some.
Absolutely. I mean,
hard work,
you know, it
you know
did
what I'm
with
saying?
me. You know, and it took me late. You know, it took me a couple of years after I graduated high school. I was probably like 26 when I got back. But I mean, you know, it was cool. But I feel like there's other kids that don't have that opportunity, or just because of their environment, they see that, you know, fucking doing certain things is not, you know, is not accepted. And I want to say that, you know, that's not true. You know, you can go out and, you know, do whatever you want. Like, don't, you know, if somebody who's somebody who's making money 9 to 5 saying that, oh, you can't do this, you can't become a rapper, you can't become a singer, you can't become a football, you know, star. That's not true. You can always do it. It doesn't, I mean, you know, sometimes you won't be the next NFL star, you won't be the next rapper, but that doesn't, that doesn't disclude that you can't make an impact in your community with your stuff. You know, I think some of us have to look at it that way. Is okay. What can I do what does my talent do for my, you know, community, or for my, you know, the people in my neighborhood?
Right.
And that's basically what this podcast is.
Yeah, I know.
I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking, yeah, how do I do that?
That's
full circle.
But it's to give people a voice that don't really have one. Because who the fuck wants to hear people from the valley? We do.
Yeah,
we're from the valley.
Yeah, I mean, and I always,
You know
like I said, I always want to, like, some of the people that I look at the most, you know, are from the valley. I want to see who's doing stuff, whether, you know, it's music that I've known or not. I try to embrace everybody that's doing it out there and try to see who is doing it out there, because that's the only way. I think that's the best way, actually, how we can support each other and promote each other. I mean, imagine if everybody in the valley, or not even in the valley, but in your circle, just started pushing out, like, your brand. Like, everybody out there, like,
or
in
each
your
other's
circle.
brands.
I have, I have
yes.
maybe, you know, 1,000 people on one of my pages, another 1,000 on another one, another you know, like, what if all of them just decided to be like, you know what, I'll take 2 seconds of my time to share this guy's product. That's going to reach out to another 2,000 people for every single person that's out there. Like, imagine if everybody did that. Like,
I mean, I think that's dope.
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, you know, like, I want it to be genuine.
It has to be genuine.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
absolutely, yeah.
Like, I was telling somebody earlier, I was like, you know, I like your music, but it was kind of cool with it to... Like, I met somebody through somebody, and it's like I heard their shit, and it was actually good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
But, you know, usually when you meet people,
and you know what?
You want to like it.
You know
and I
think those people, though, are the people, like, the people that end up sharing are the people that are consistent, that are every day putting out in their work and trying to tailor their craft
sharing,
as much as they can.
sharing something, you know
sharing it, you know, putting
sharing
out your promoting yourself, marketing yourself. Yeah. I feel like that's the way that people can, because what you're basically doing is you're putting out a book for somebody to kind of read every single day that you're out there. They're looking at a different page, a different chapter of your life, and you know, after, you know, in a way, it's like at the end of the, like, if you're doing it out there so much, people have no choice but to kind of listen to you. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be in their
well,
their
especially
space.
if people start vouching for you and start saying, "Hey man, you should hear this. Hey man, check it out. Hey man." Yeah. And at some point, you know, some people kind of ignorant. They don't want to hear. They want to put you on. They don't want to be put on. You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
So sometimes it's just good to, like, hey dude, just give it a chance, bro.
Right.
So for us, it's kind of like, all right, if you're from the valley, I'm gonna give it that chance.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know what you mean, and I know you've done that too, Jay, a few times, where it's like like, you know, it's not my thing, but I support it because it's from the valley. Like, I'll push it because, like, but you can kind of see, like, you know what, this isn't no pushover. It's not my style, but I respect the work that's put into that, and like, you know, I'll support that, you know, because it's good quality.
Plus, I respect the fact that I might not get something at first. I might hear it at first and not get it. You know, sometimes it has to grow on you, and then when it does, it becomes your favorite.
Yeah.
Sometimes the least favorite on the CD ends up being your most favorite. You just have to wait. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel with a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Like, if I look at them right away and I'm like, it's just another one of those guys.
Right.
But then you give him a shot and you're like, oh, he looks like one of those guys, but he doesn't sound like one, or he's
Right.
not talking like one. Like,
Yeah.
just certain shit, or maybe he is, but his approach is different.
Yeah.
Just shit like that.
And
like,
I think everybody's different though. Everybody has their own reasons on why they kind of like hesitate to embrace something real quick. But like I think if you're out there working and hustling, sooner or later people are gonna see the work you either do and appreciate it, or like be like, nah, I don't like it because you're doing so much work, because you're out there also making moves, and in a way they kind of they're like, oh, dislike that. You get haters, you know what I mean?
Well, also I look at an opportunity like this. Those people that have those mindsets, they're the ones that become the biggest fans.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because once you turn them, they're like, oh, I used to hate him at first,
Yeah.
bro. I couldn't stand this shit, but you know what? He's pretty fucking sick.
And you know what? I'll be guilty of that myself. There's a couple artists that I've seen that and I'm talking about like mainstream artists and big industry.
I did that with J-Rock.
Oh, did you?
I thought I underestimated J-Rock.
Yeah, that's another one. You know what I mean? Yeah,
underestimated him
J-Rock
big
is another one where like at first you're like, I'm not really fucking with it. But as you see the artist, it tends to grow and it grows on you, and you're like, you know what, dude? Like
Like
you're
the DJ
later
Rock?
on, and later on you got that on your whip and you're bumping that shit all over the fucking all over town and shit. And to me, like he's making some dope shit right now too.
Well, it's kind of like new food.
Yeah.
You try something new and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Like
and then,
I know what you mean, like Indian food or some
yeah,
shit
or
like
some
that.
random new
Like
shit,
something
you
you're
never
not
tried
used
it.
to. Yeah, yeah.
You give it a shot, ends up being your favorite shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm eating hummus like all the time.
It might take a second to get used
You
to.
think
but
the
after some
food
time,
should get served to you, or you think you should go get it?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no wrong way.
No, because there's a lot of music that
If it's good, it's
that
good.
I didn't quite enjoy at first, but because other people were listening to it and the experience I had being in that environment, it kind of really grew on me.
Okay.
Yeah, and other stuff I'll seek out because I'm used to it, and you just get more of that good stuff of the stuff you already like. So
Right.
you just become more of a professor of your own genre.
Definitely. That's what's up.
Yeah. But
So what do you think? I think this whole supporting each other recently is new in the valley. I would say so. I mean that.
Absolutely.
100%.
Big difference.
I don't even know if it's actually there yet or if it
Like
exists
I'll
yet,
tell
but
you
I
this,
think
like
it's in the air.
Yeah, like I would love to
It's
work
in
with.
there. I think
Is
he's
it?
right.
Yeah.
He's onto something. It's in there.
I would love to work with a lot.
Look
of
at what
people from
Blink
the
said.
Valley,
Look at the conversation you and Blink had.
Yeah.
And it almost mirrored exactly what you were thinking.
Same shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah. He said this. He said,
Blink.
Well, since all the people from the valley are listening anyway,
Right.
let's share the idea because it was
Yeah.
a good one.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, most talented people in the valley click up. We become the hardest shit ever, and then we become like a
Unity.
circus, like
Unity.
a fucking circus that travels through everywhere and just put
Yeah.
on a big ass show. We fucking fuck paying to like rent someplace out. We just have a big ass huge tent.
A
with all that
pavilion.
shit.
You just do a fucking
A pavilion.
You do like a
An
Woodstock
arena.
or some shit. Yeah,
Like we just shut it down, bro. We just shut it down, bro.
Not a living room, a pavilion,
Yeah,
an
'cause,
arena.
I mean, what don't we got going on?
there ain't no reason why.
The only thing not going on is the avenues.
Yeah.
There's no avenue. So
what do you mean by avenue?
Like an avenue for people to fucking like meeting of the minds, for us to fucking realize who the fuck we are.
There is a little movement in El Centro though.
Yeah, but
A
not
little.
but not enough. That's the point. Like
Right.
it's not on the main. You know, it's like it's to maybe to certain people, it's like, oh, what, you ain't heard of me? Sorry, bro. Maybe you didn't hear about me either.
You know what
Right.
So we got to change that. You know what I mean?
The thing is how much time that people have to dedicate to this. I mean, I know everybody.
I
wants
think all us artists dedicate everything.
I think somebody, we talked about this the other day, is a person will dedicate as much time that is necessary to be able to accomplish their goal. So as long as they see that it's beneficial to them.
Yeah.
When they don't believe in it enough, or they don't believe that it's beneficial enough, you will not give it time because you're still skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to sell yourself before you can even sell anyone else.
Because I've seen a lot of, I've seen several MCs out there from the Valley that have really had a buzz, and this was when I was living out there, that have really made some names, but I really haven't really been hearing about them that much, because they haven't really been putting out, whether it's family or work or
Consistency.
Or maybe they are putting the shit out, but it's the avenues, bro.
Yeah.
Well, it gets lost in the the sea of information.
Where do you go?
Right.
Where do I go right now if I want to find out who's relevant, who's making dope shit, who has the new drop that just came out last week?
iPodcast.com.
Like, huh?
iPodcast.com.
Exactly.
Where's the bombs dropping? Nah, it's true though. Real shit.
Yeah,
that is exactly.
Said it all right there.
It's good. Hey, I feel that's gonna be the pinnacle.
So
that's gonna be where you go.
So tell me, we ain't
Matter of
up
fact, that
in
is
the
where you go.
jungle, Amazon right now,
baby.
trying to whack a whole new fucking trail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Leave a paper trail. That's where it's gonna be at.
So sorry for pissing anybody off, but if they want to be part of the conversation, they're more than welcome to join.
Everybody's in. Yeah,
so it can become more politically correct. How they want it, how they feel.
And you know
whatever.
what?
Like,
you said it there, Jay. Like, I'll reach out to a couple of cats, and if I'm telling you, hey, if you're with it, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
But that don't mean either.
But going back
like
to
I said earlier,
before that
if I
wasn't.
Your shit,
Yo, shout out.
That's true.
Shout out to G Rock.
Before there wasn't.
Shout out to G Rock. I hollered at him.
Before there wasn't
any of that. He's in a good
that.
state of mind. He's in a good state of mind.
Like there wasn't any platform before.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Like, yeah. Before there wasn't any platform. There wasn't any platform at all. Like, as far as for people to drop their shit.
I mean, I never even thought of making one, bro.
Right.
So the fact when I heard you were making one or whatever, I kind of had to. It was the same thing like about music. I was kind of like, who the fuck wants to hear that shit?
Right.
But I'm a Valley artist.
Right.
So people, I have the same shit, right? So it's like, you can't hate on what you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, kind of had to wake up a little bit.
I opened my doors to literally artists over there throwing shows.
And the truth is, like, dude, the Valley needs this shit.
Right.
And if you motherfuckers listening don't realize that we need this shit, then just keep hating and let it sink.
Right.
So then we could all be just nice and quiet over there.
I really don't think no one's
Nobody
hating,
hears
though.
about it.
I don't think no one's hating.
No, but
but
just in case if they have that attitude of like, why are these fools?
It's
like,
more of
who
an
they think
attitude
they
than
are?
hating,
Okay.
Because
maybe
it's not directly affecting my pocket.
It's
It's not affecting my well-being at all.
Or just like looking at what the top 5 is, but did you listen to the shit?
Right, the whole episode.
The whole episode, like
exactly.
Yeah, like come on.
What are you talking about? The podcast?
Yeah, just give it the correct. Just give it the
Well,
correct time.
I'll tell you this: anybody out there in the Valley, like I try, like I'll try my best, like and it's how you said though, like you know we got to be feeling your shit. But at the same time, like I'm more than willing to be able to find a middle point.
Well,
where,
what I mean that is like me personally, not the podcast or even the crew, just me personally for the collab.
Not just that, like I mean I'll do it with anybody, like whether it's especially in the Valley, but even anybody up here in San Diego, like. I've always been like, hey, if you want to link up, you have the right stuff that we can produce stuff because I feel very confident about what I'm able to deliver. If you want to deliver something, let's try to meet a middle ground. Let's meet a middle ground.
Like in the beginning, you're kind of like down to work with everybody.
Yeah.
And then as you put in more work and you begin to build your craft and get better and sharpen it up, you don't want to get with someone who's just starting out or
why though? Because you feel like you're you're better,
because you feel like your quality is backtracking.
Not just that, but you got to figure out.
That's how I feel.
But you got to figure out what the priority is. So what is the main priority? It's not that you want to like.
Yeah, for me, my priority is the best sounding quality music I can
and
make.
I'll tell you this: if I'm gonna drop like $300 at your, for you to
so time,
money,
for
some
time.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna put $300 into investing in you, and there's another cat that's saying, hey, let's work on something, but I'm already paying for your time. You know what I mean? That also plays. How you said, time is money. That also plays a role, and it's not just like it's not just to say money and all that, but. There's a little bit of what is going to benefit me? What is my priority? What am I gonna what at this moment what is gonna be best beneficial to me? And I think that's where we kind of have to have an open mind and say like, okay, what is going to help me out? What is going to best improve my status right now? Whether it's promoting my rap game, whether it's helping me financially with my rent and bills and shit. And that's what we kind of got to look at. We got to be a little bit more optimistic as far as opportunities come. And I try my best to be open minded about that.
But working freelance is good though. Until you get to that point. Like working like for working with each other. That's gonna be good. Like
this is how we build our portfolio.
Yeah.
This is how we become.
I like that.
This is how we
I like
become.
that.
This is how we become relevant. So maybe to some people, it's like, oh, you guys are being cute. You're playing your little podcast. You're playing your little rap artist and all this shit. But how do you think the other people become that?
A lot of young entrepreneurs.
That's facts.
You know,
I like that.
Hard work pays off. So I take no
a lot of young people. I mean that do internship.
Like
man. They got to do internship. You got to be able to put in the time first before you become the CEO of your own business. So, you know, put in the time, put in the work first, and build together with the right people. You know, not saying you can't work with people outside, but make sure that you know what you have is established.
The commitment.
First.
What you're saying is the commitment is there.
Yeah, I think right people is like very important because I've done this shit for a while.
Yeah,
and I've had a couple different crews, and I've kind of done like I've looked at them different to where like in the beginning it was just like I was dying to have a crew. You know, I'm like, oh, let's be a crew, let's be a crew. And then, like, you realize, like, there ain't no fucking crew. This ain't crew shit.
Yeah, it's got to be the right crew.
Yeah, so it's got to be the right crew because, especially as you get older, and
it's the right roommate.
You go, you go from like being a kid to dreaming shit to now I'm making shit happen.
Right.
So now you start really because you're putting your money into it, you're putting your time into it. It's not just a bunch of homies chilling no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of.
Welcome, Trent, to the stage.
What's happening, Trent?
Got some more munchies in there, man.
What fan?
But
hey, this fool will go to the store by himself, but he won't go to the dispensary.
You know what? I did go with the dispensary the other day. Man. We put some bitching all the way to Spring
experience.
Valley. Yeah,
experiences.
Yes, sir. But I believe that. I do believe that, man.
Yo, shout out to Tranzfomer's new air conditioner right here.
Oh yeah,
Staying
if
cool.
you wonder what the sound is, that came
brought
back.
to you by General Electric.
Yeah, shout out to this heat wave.
Heat wave.
Got the balls nice and buttery.
Yep.
All right, man. So how do you? I mean, what's one thing you want to get across? You know, you got the opportunity right now to get your point across. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Also, don't forget, shout yourself out. Give them the IG. You know what I'm saying? Tell them where to go.
You know what?
SoundCloud.
Everybody out there that can follow my music, SoundCloud, Spray Money, Audio Max, Spray Money. I actually have a website out there too that's in the process. You can go check it out right now too. It's officialspraymoney.com and Instagram Spray87, Snapchat Spray Money 1. Go ahead and check me out. I'm always posting new stuff out there, new material, new music. Get at me and enjoy it. Enjoy it.
What's coming up? What's coming releases?
I got this new. Well, I'm working right here in the lab with Tranzfomer and Smash Bros. You know the whole ThirdEye team out here, and we're working on some music. Probably dropping an LP pretty soon. At the rate we're going with all the music right here, we just got to make sure to get that. We have a video in process that we're working on as well too. So be on the lookout for that. We'll keep you updated with more information on that. As far as Spray Money, I got a producer that I'm working with, and I got a project with Trans. I got a couple of projects that we're working together that I want to drop at the end of the summer. I'll make sure to keep you in tune if you follow me on Instagram or on SoundCloud or Snapchat. I'll keep you posted on what's going on with that. But I got a couple of projects with the homie Jacob. His name is Chronic Ill. Shout out to Chronic Ill. He's dropped me a batch of beats that I'm currently working on.
Yeah.
I got a project right now with a homie Kane Dub that shout out to Kane Dub that we were able to record and mix up. I got it out on SoundCloud right now, and keep following it. I got that LP coming out pretty soon.
Cool.
Man, that sounds like you got a lot of work on your hands.
I'm
brother.
I'm working.
Blessings.
I'm staying busy.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And what's making you go? What's making you just do this? What's making you?
You know what? It's just a lot. The love of it. I feel anxious when I'm not doing it. Like it just feels like there's a part of me that feels empty. It's just a feeling of doing it. Like I wanna be a voice for people. Like that's what I love. You know, I'm a recording artist, so I wanna be a voice for people. I want to be like in 100 years when I die. Like I want to be in
like
you know what I mean? Like when I die and I'm not here in 100 to 1,000 years. Like I'm at a like environment where they're playing my music. Like I'm part of that experience because my voice is being heard right there.
Nice.
And that's what I want to do. Like I want to be a voice for the people.
Leave the stamp. Leave a footprint.
Yeah, leave a stamp. You know, leave something for the history books, and that's a big motivation. And
that's real. That's real.
And you know, so I keep doing it. I keep doing it till I can't do it no more.
Mm.
What's up? That's what's
So
up.
give us 8 bars right now.
No, you don't have to give us 8 bars.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give
it's
us
cool.
8 bars right now.
Yeah.
Dominant. Never hesitate unless I meditate. The sickest cat that's doing it. Yeah, you can see it's evident. Anger, pain, hatred, violence. You can hold it in and we can see who lasts the longest. Money, women, liquor, and the party. The strongest things that keep spraying money still a part of me. I'm focused, the dopest boy that ever let it drop. Finding new methods on recreating what is hip-hop. They say don't stop until you feel your legs drop. I just keep my face strong and hopefully I hit the top. Now what do you see inside me that is interesting? The love that I held has died and now it's killing me. Intelligent, wise, quick, and always accurate. They say how you do it, Spray. Well, I just keep on practicing. Always step it up a notch. Working on the skills a lot. If I ever put this on the track, I'll make sure it's very hot.
Hey, I like that.
That's what's up right there.
You brought it back.
Hell yeah.
Yo, man, Spray.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Pleasure, man.
No,
It's a
I appreciate
Thanks
I
for being on the
appreciate
show,
you guys
man.
having me here. Like, it's a privilege to be
Yeah.
out here and work with y'all, man.
Right.
I really appreciate you giving me the time and the platform to be out here and kind of expose myself a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have you back on once, drop the album too.
I
you know?
appreciate. Yeah,
Once you drop
yeah.
them,
I'm
Fuck
looking
yeah.
forward. Hell
Let's do
yeah,
that.
I'm looking forward to it.
I mean,
man.
this is not a one stop.
No, not at
this
all.
is a-
No,
No,
but
we're here for your growth, brother.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna watch it.
yeah.
We're gonna watch it. So Spray Money, where can you find your Instagram? What's your Instagram?
Spray 87.
Spray 87.
Spray
Yeah, probably 87.
Yeah, make
Yo,
sure you
yo,
dub that,
and
dub that.
Snapchat Spray Money 1. So put it all together. SPRAYMONEY 1.
Nice. And then where you find you? Ready?
You go ahead and find me at Desert Saint.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Right.
And that's pretty much about it, man. I'm just getting back into this motherfucker right now, so stay tuned.
Right. Smash Bros. You guys want to plug in anything? Can you
Smash
share?
Bros.
Where you guys want to find you
Smash
guys at?
Bros.
Raw Odyssey, dude. Plug it.
Raw Odyssey.
Raw Odyssey.
Yeah. When is that coming out?
Oh man, Raw Odyssey, August 7th.
Yeah.
Dropping, lacing. We got
Check it
the
out.
sticker batches coming in.
Pre-order, right? Contest and all that too.
Pre-order contest coming in as
Shout
well.
that
too.
out
Make
too,
sure
right?
you guys see that on the Instagrams. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be pushed out a lot more aggressively on
That's
my
Tranzfomer,
on my handle.
Oh, this one I don't know.
Yeah, it's
We'll see.
it's gonna be crazy with that.
Yeah.
This is
It's
gonna be like
crazy
a
with
wild
that.
card one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's something different that we're doing. So we're definitely looking forward to seeing what that reaction looks like.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. Check out the video too. You guys shot a video today.
Yeah, we
Shot a video today?
We shot a music video today
For what song?
for More Bounce.
More bounce.
Is
Come
that
check it
already?
out.
Featuring
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
Ski.
That one's out already? Is that out?
Yeah.
As far as the
It's
song?
coming
Yeah,
out.
the record is
yeah.
out, but the video
The
probably
record will
won't
be out
past that
7,
for-
but give us a few weeks to work on the record.
And it's got Spray, who just interviewed. It's got
Yeah,
myself
yo,
in
yo,
there.
yo,
We got
yeah.
as the guest, so I appreciate that.
Right.
A
It's
lot of
actually
a lot of
account.
a lot of features in the background, so stay tuned.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. J Business. You already know who I am. Time to clock in. The blue collar music with the blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm just here to make some noise. I figured that I'll make it clear. The backyard anthem, everybody tuning in. Starting off the lineup like fresh out the bullpen. A lot of y'all ain't ready for the new kid in town. Who holds the weight of the world with a few extra pounds. This the transition, a change in position. Moving through the cracks just to make it in the business. With something constructive I'm building as we speak. What you need to just remember is that it didn't come cheap. I'm as good as a state of mind I'm living in. While half of y'all still out here waiting to begin. There ain't no reason for a fall no matter how high. All you need to know is that I'm the guy who learned to fly. Built my own path, now it's time to walk through. Did it my way, just doing what I used to.
Tell me before that money comes and it goes. The ones that I used to know, well, they just don't know me no more. They say I'm over my head, cause I stay up and ahead. But tell me what you expect when you're out here getting your bread.
Shout out to G-Rock, got Einstein, Ray Fitted, Smash Bros, JC Streets, and J Business. I'm staying humble with the way that I'm living, but I'm also staying focused cause of bullshit that I'm dealing. I'm on a marathon, 100 miles running, 48 bars and a new verse coming. Saying finally there's something real good we can listen to. The easy way out, that's just something that I didn't do. So many battles just to make it where I'm at, that I haven't been the same every time I start to rap. But the truth is I'm known for hospitality, even if you hear me saying so much profanity. But I'm the type of link that's breaking through the chain that even
with my name. I got my trade down, great now, what's next? Probably get the industry to write fast checks.
Tell me before that money comes and it goes. The ones that I used to know, well, they just don't know me no more. They say I'm over my head, cause I stay up and ahead. But tell me what you expect when you're out here getting your bread.
So tell me what it is, what you really wanna do now. I ain't got time to backtrack, so end it up on good grounds. I'm so bad, I make nuns wanna twerk. Better yet, I'm so bad, I got nuns giving birth. If hip-hop was a crime, then consider this a felony. Got flavor like some granity, top it off on anything. I'm out to hit every city while I still can, and hook up with all the girls that are big fans. Couldn't come close even on your best day, but you can have it when I'm done on the next day. I ain't crazy, but don't even try to push, because watch what'll happen when my motherfucking mood swings. And if I'm gone tonight, that's fine by me, cause I didn't expect to get past 23. I'm spraying money like it's no one else's business. You gon' need a rocket just to get to my position.
Tell me before that money comes and it goes. The ones that I used to know, well, they just don't know me no more. They say I'm over my head, cause I stay up and ahead. But tell me what you expect when you're out here getting your bread.
What up, everybody? Time to make some noise. I need all of you out here to stand up. It's showtime. Time to get it live.
It's spray money, it's J Science, it's straight violence. The way I'm kicking rhymes, kid, I'm going overboard now, batting down that hatchet. The way I'm acting on this beat, call it charismatic. I got hooks, you could say I'm in a boxing club. Recognize who I am before you start acting tough. I handle my business best way I know how, whether it's discussion or even a throwdown. Say you shine hard, well, I'ma knock your lights out. Back into the next week to show you what I'm all about. Make you feel like a target, a bullseye. Your new bed in the casket and your home is a blue sky. That type of shit you hear when you drinking cognac. It's that type of shit you hear when you in the promised land. It's that dope shit with the taste of Broadway. This ain't just a one-time thing, I do it all day.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? Fun.
I got hooks all day, all day, all day.
What up, everybody? Time to make some noise. I need all of you out here to stand up. Bud.
I'm so on it. I mean, I'm really on it. Every time I step on the stage, I go retarded. I'm hyped up, got the crowd going wild here. Better recognize I'm going in now, it's my year. I'm a fly stutter, one in a million. An evil supervillain set to destroy civilians. I'll show you what I do, cause I do it so good. Make the tightest honeys break and put them in the mood. Here I go again, I ain't slowing down. Yeah, I do this anywhere, pick a city or a town now. This is showtime, lights, camera, action. I'm on it all day and I'm on it with a passion. You need to polish up your game before you step to me. Better yet against me, learn to accept defeat. Break yourself, fool, cause I ain't got time for none of that. Yip yet, chit chat, get the fuck back now.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man? Fun.
I got hooks all day. All day.
Time to make some noise. I need all of you out here to stand up.
I'm not finished yet. I said I ain't done. I'm the biggest check you get besides the first month. I don't cross lines, I fucking break through them. People asking me how, I say ain't nothing to it. Still don't have a clue, well let me give you the memo. In fact, give you two that you can take to the temple. It's something authentic every time you hear my voice. Nowadays, I'm the one you listen to without a choice. I came to bring the noise directly to your speakers. Drop it so hot that it's giving y'all a fever. Planted my seeds in the underground soil. Now it's sprouting out like I just struck oil. You pigeons got me asking where the fuck's the real at? Where the fuck's the deal at? Now sign me up for 3 tracks. It's what you call motivation to the fullest. This is just a quick taste to show you what I'm brewing.
Yo, someone.
I got hooks all day, all day.